On June the 30th, Sudan's military government will celebrate its 5th year in power. But the government of national salvation, as they like to call themselves, has brought little to the people of Sudan. Sudan's non-Muslims have most to fear from the regime. Christians and animists in the south claim the government puts great pressure on them to convert to Islam, or otherwise persecutes them for their beliefs. Today, Sudan TV celebrates the army's victories over the southern rebels. The rebels oppose the government's Islamic agenda, but these Sudanese troops are now more confident than ever that their war is in its final chapter. With the rebels divided and all rebel-held towns recaptured, the government now feels free to realize its dream of creating a united Islamic Sudan. With the army now firmly in control of Juba city, the southern capital, Archbishop Benjamina no longer needs his bomb shelter.
I've been using it for a year now.
But he fears the real battle has only just begun, the battle against Islamization.
Our people are poor. They go to the Islamic organization to take food, and they register their names there. And also, they are giving money free. So we say this money which be given free is of winning our people to Islamic religion.
Most vulnerable are the hundreds of thousands of war refugees scattered in camps across Sudan. They are mostly Christian or animist. Few international aid organizations are allowed to work with these refugees. The allegation is that unless they convert to Islam, they won't get food.
If you are a Christian, can you get the food?
We are not get the food.
Yeah. Why?
This place.
Why?
The case
is not Muslim.
Do you have to be Muslim in order to get the food?
They give you food and money.
They give you food and money?
And money and clothes.
And clothes?
Yes.
If you
refuse
to become a Muslim?
Not give you anything.
They not give you anything?
Anything.
Yes. So you have to become a Muslim to get the food and the money and the clothes?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you refuse, not give you anything.
In terms of personal freedom, there has been a heavy price to pay for what the government euphemistically calls peace from within. Sudan's people are firmly in the vice-like grip of a police state. And when it comes to the foreign media, the security services panic. Although the TV crew had official press passes, their government-imposed minder was himself arrested. You have to go with me to the court. But how do I know you are official? You have to go to the court to resolve this matter. One of the few new buildings in Khartoum is the impressive new headquarters for its security service. The building has become a legend before even opening. At great personal risk, this man pointed out the building. Then he told what he heard the security forces did to his brother.
It is the killing.
You think he's been killed?
Yes, it is the killing. It is moving away from the airplane up. The door of the plane is be open in the up and the air, and they move away.
Is this common, do you think?
Yes.
Sudanese tread warily near the new multi-million-pound security building on the banks of the Nile River. Throughout Khartoum, there are widespread rumors of the building's sinister agenda.
Who can go to security us? If you go there, they will kill you. They will arrest you to ask you some many questions. If you fail to get question, they will take you also.
Ostracized and impoverished, Sudan desperately needs to attract new investment. It has significant reserves of oil, but no money to exploit them, and thus far the petroleum industry has shown caution.
The Sudanese crude oil, it has a very low sulfur content, which makes it a very attractive internationally.
Previously hampered by the civil war, the government is now determined to exploit this underground wealth, but is faced with international reticence from the oil magnates.
Those powers are not interested to allow Sudan to explore its potentialities and to just become a superpower which may threaten them.
The area of greatest potential oil wealth is also near the Nuba mountains, where concern focuses on accusations of ethnic cleansing and the forced relocation of an entire people. For their alliance with the SPLA rebels and resistance to the government's Islamic policies, it's alleged that up to 2/3 of the Nuba people have been forced out of their mountain villages. Entire villages are removed en masse and relocated around army camps like this one in the flatlands outside Kadugli city. International aid organizations are rarely permitted to work here.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
The government and its forces are also accused of deliberately starving and burning the Nuba out of the mountains. These Sudanese soldiers are often no more than mercenaries, have minimal training and are notoriously cruel. The Sudanese claim these relocations are in fact providing shelter for a people desperate to escape the fighting in the mountains.
How old is this village?
It is about 2 years.
Where was it before?
It was in the mountain.
Destroyed villages tell the other side of this story. Rare footage shows the devastation left behind after government troops visited the Nuba village of Koaten. We were attacked by the Sudanese army in the early hours of the morning. They burned all the churches and the village of Koaten. They killed so many people that we ran away. The village was destroyed. With the congregation hiding in terror inside, Sudanese forces allegedly set fire to this church, leaving everyone for dead. The church pastor was one of the very few who survived the attack. It's evidence like this which has caused the world to turn its back on Sudan. We were in church praying when the government's army came and besieged the church. After they burned the church with the people inside, the military threw me into the embers and they left. The government says such claims are exaggerated. They say the Nuba people are grateful for the security the soldiers bring. And it may be true that the Nuba are better off here than in their war-torn mountain homeland, but it doesn't justify a brutal policy.
We give them service, we give them food, we give them clothes. We used to make these villages as the same as before or better than before. Therefore we call it peace villages. The same villages and not new villages and not camps, see. And what has been said in the West is not right.
For the benefit of the camera, the authorities pulled out sacks of clothes which we were told had been in storage nearby for months. The Sudanese government is desperate to cover up the reality behind their activities in the Nuba Mountains. The evidence, though, is hard to dismiss, and until the Sudanese face up to the allegations, neither foreign investment nor an end to the war are at all likely.